Hey, it's Clay at claytrader.com. This will be a live trade video where I try to capture some of my trades as they play out live. Market opens up here in about 2 minutes. Real quick, what do I mean by live? What I mean is that this is a situation where I'm recording myself, seeing the information for the very first time, as opposed to having already recorded everything and now coming back and explaining what's already happened. So this is not a trade recap. This is not some sort of post commentary. Like I said, I'm recording myself, seeing the information for the very first time. So if you want just an unscripted look into what it's like to be a day trader, how day trading can play out when you don't know what's coming next, then that'll be what you find here in this video. So I'll go ahead and pause for now, and I'll be back at the open. All right, the markets are now open. So we're going to watch this first opening minute. And that's a shame. It's already breaking down through this 256 mark, which you can see I had mapped out here. So that candle represents a 1 minute candle, meaning it'll keep on moving until the first minute is over. But I'm just not willing to take any trades on this when they're in the first minute. If you do hear me typing, that's just me making alerts in the private community that I offer. But yeah, maybe I'm going to get left behind on this one. But for the there it starts to go now. Bummer. That's what happens sometimes if you wait for that first candle. Why don't I try this? Why don't I see if it wants to come back up here and fill me at 256? There we go. So got filled there on the back test. So let's see if this thing wants to come back down here. As of now, spiking upwards a bit. Like I said, let's see if this thing wants to come back down. Would love to see it come back down to 256. That would be a great looking candle here. $256.50 though, behaving as support now. Yeah, like I said, let's see if this thing wants to come back down. Again, 256.50. So what I'm watching there is right there, 256.50. I'd like to see that disappear. But as of right now, it's being very, very stubborn whenever it gets down to that area. But let's see what this wants to do here. Coin to 56.50, flush point 1 minute. So we're getting that alerted in my trading room for people that are maybe not in this one, if they want to consider the 256.50 mark. Well, now 256.75 has a big buyer in there. Let's see if that can get wiped out of the way. Yeah, big buyer in there right now. Right there, 256.75. There we go. All right, there's a break. Let's see if we can get the push down through 256 now. There we go. I want to see this thing at 255 in order for me to be able to start to take some profits here. See if it wants to make another move back to the downside. So 255.25 now is going to be that key level. But now all of a sudden it's bouncing back up. Well, that's unfortunate. Yeah, in hindsight, I suppose I should have taken... Let's see if it wants to come back down, though. Yeah, maybe in hindsight, I should have taken off those gains right there, but that's all hindsight. I mean, for all I knew at that point, I was getting ready to really roll back over. Let's see if it wants to come back down to 256. Yeah, and give it another go. Just a waiting game. I'd be a terrible color commentator for sports because I'm not. Maybe I should just pause. All right, it's coming back down to 256. Can it actually get the break? Got the break, but can we get follow through is the question here. Again, I want to see this down below 255. It's just got to get down there in order for this, the trade plan to make sense. I think if 255.50 fails, it's got a great chance to finally make that move. There we go. Come on, just push a little bit further down. $255. All right, I took off 200 shares. I've given this thing plenty of time. Could still be a losing trade, but won't be nearly as big of one because I've reduced position size. But, I mean, you've been with me the whole time. You've seen I've given this thing more than enough time to get down through 255, and it just isn't cooperating. Now, I still do have 150 shares, so if it does eventually come down there and break through it, I'm still in the game. But at the same time, this could bounce, and this could still very well be a losing trade. Granted, it will not be as big of one because I've controlled my risk here through position sizing. So again, I'm not out of the woods. This could very well still turn out to be a losing trade. But again, it's not going to be nearly as big of one, given that I've been able to. This goes up over 258. I am out. And right now I'm feeling great about pulling off that position size where I did. Again, watching 258. If it goes up over there, I've got to be out. Got to be out. So there we are, $336 loser, which it is what it is. I mean, played it, got it to come back down. I'll tell you what, I feel great about pulling off those 200 shares where I did. Because look at this thing go. Wow. Got the move. It was knocking on that door, and it did not want to break. Well, that's just the way trading goes sometimes. So I'll take a look around, see if I can find anything else. But yeah, as of now, yeah, look, I feel great about where I got now. Look at this thing still going up. Well, I played that one as right as I could. Well, obviously in hindsight, well, no, Clay, you could have just pulled out all your gains down there for a win, and that's true. But had the price kept on falling and falling and falling, you'd be sitting there saying, Clay, why did you sell everything right there? And that's just that's the bane of hindsight right there. So, all right, well, I will see what else I can find, but $336 loss. Okay, watching 429 here for a potential short on MRNA. I'm not going to take it on this candle, though. So I need this candle to stay up above it. That may cause me to get left behind, and if it does, then so be it. So let's see if this one can stay up above it. No, stay up above it. Don't do it. Don't leave me behind. This candle should be done closed. There we go. Candle is done. I missed it. Wow, that happened just way too fast. Ah, that's disappointing. Well, I just was not fast enough on the trigger, and look at it go. Oh, that's painful. That is painful. For those of you not very familiar with my screen, if you look over here, you would have seen a white order show up. That means I submitted them the order to the market, but it stayed white, meaning I did not get filled, which is why these are green orders, because they show that I've been filled. Oh, look at it go. Well, on the bright side of things, at least hopefully some members in the community made money from that, because you can see right there, MRNA 429 flush point. You saw me trying to play it, and I missed it. So it is not my morning. And look at this thing still going. Oh, man. Talk about salt in the wounds. This is going to be embarrassing to post. Oh, boy. One of those mornings. For those of you that are longer time watchers of these live chat videos, you've seen videos where I'm posting, $1,000 in a minute. I think there's one, it's like $1,200 in 10 seconds, something crazy. There's like $675 in 6 minutes. And here we are, 18 minutes into the day. I'm down 336, and had I been a little faster, I should be well into the green right now. Because I was going for 400 shares. This thing has moved $4 now. And not that I'm saying I would have, timed it perfectly, but even if I've gotten a couple dollars, so let's just say $2, which is more than conservative. Right there is $800, which puts me into the green. So I don't know, I may need to call it good. My mental now is way off. Because there's no doubt about it, frustration has shown up. I mean, of course, it's always frustrating to take a loss. I mean, that kind of goes without saying. But, the loss, it is what it is. I mean, nothing crazy. I actually feel good about how I played it, based on, like I said earlier, managing the position size there. But then this one stings a lot as I sit here and watch it continue to drop. And, I mean, you can't short it now. That's totally chasing. So, yeah, I'll pause. I'll have to kind of reassess. Because I also have to deal with the YouTube voice saying, all right, Clay, this is going to be on YouTube. So wouldn't it be cool if you kind of redeemed yourself now by getting back into the green or doing something, which would be great, don't get me wrong, but I also got to make sure that I'm not out there just forcing trades for the sake of trying to make a cool YouTube video. So I will go ahead and pause for now, and I'll take a look around. All right, I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up and just call it a morning. It is what it is. And I suppose if another great setup or something comes along, maybe I would take the trade. But as of right now, I think I just need to move on with the day. Maybe you can hear in my voice. I'm disappointed. I'm just frustrated because that should have been a good first trade of risk management, followed by a second trade of a great entry, and then a nice solid win. Like I said, conservatively speaking, $800, based on the share size and based on how much that actually moved. And then here I am still sitting at 336. So yeah, disappointed, frustrated. But I know from enough experience that when you have disappointment mixed with frustration, it can lead to a whole lot of stupidity. Which is why I'm saying I'm not going to say I'm done. I'll keep a general eye on things, but definitely need to make sure that it's a setup that I really like. But yeah, so I'll call it good. If you enjoy these videos, if you appreciate the transparency, these are never fun to really post publicly to YouTube, but I hit the record button, so it's going on YouTube. But if you appreciate just the kind of transparency showing this side of trading, then please hit that like button, leave a comment below. And plus those two things go a long way in communicating whether or not you like these live trade videos, because they're difficult to make. I have to think what I'm going to do. I have to think about what I'm going to say to you. I have to talk to you. I have to make alerts in the chat room. So there's a whole lot going on all at once, and they're possible to do. They're totally doable, but I just want to make sure that they continue to be worth my time. So if you do enjoy these and you're finding entertainment, you're finding education and just value in these videos, and like I said, please communicate that to me by hitting the like button and leaving a basic comment down below, even if it's just saying hi, a number one, anything, just any sort of comment helps out and is a good communication for me. But it is what it is. So everybody take care and have a good one. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event, whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only one losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up as it will be recorded, and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.